My parents told me, "You're adopted. You get nothing when we die." So imagine my shock when Grandma Ruth's lawyer calls saying I inherited her house. The same house my parents claimed belonged to some distant relative they were helping manage. Turns out, I was never adopted. Ruth was my actual grandmother, my biological mom's mother. My parents had been lying for 18 years. But here's the kicker. They've been secretly renting out Grandma's house for $2,800 a month while I worked at McDonald's to afford ramen noodles. The lawyer shows me bank records, 17 years of rental income, over $570,000 they pocketed while telling me I wasn't real family. Walking into that house for the first time, seeing my mom's childhood photos on the walls, photos I was never allowed to see, broke something inside me. There were pictures of her graduation, her wedding to my real dad, me as a baby in her arms, all the family history they stole from me. The lawyer handed me a letter my real mom wrote before she died, for my son Austin, when he's old enough to understand. My hands shook reading her words about how much she loved me, how she hoped I'd know I was wanted, cherished. Meanwhile, I'd spent 18 years believing I was a burden nobody chose. I sat in that empty house and cried for the first time in years. Not just sad tears, angry tears, furious tears. They had watched me struggle, watched me eat cereal for dinner 3 nights a week, watched me wear the same shoes until they had holes, all while collecting money that belonged to me. The tenants had just moved out. I found thank you cards they'd sent my parents over the years. Thank you for being such wonderful landlords. The house means so much to our family. Letters talking about memories made in my grandmother's house. Memories that should have been mine, but it got worse. I found receipts showing they'd been using my rental income to pay for Brittany's private school tuition, family vacations to Disney World, Dad's new truck. Every luxury they enjoyed was built on lies they told about me not belonging. My phone buzzed with a text from Mom. "Hope you're doing okay, sweetie. Love you." The same woman who just collected my rent money that morning. The hypocrisy made me sick. I drove straight to their house for Sunday dinner. The first time I'd been invited in 3 years. My stomach was in knots, but I needed to see their faces when the truth came out. Austin, Mom hugged me, and for a second I almost forgot why I was there. Her embrace felt warm, familiar. Then I remembered the bank statements. "What brings you here?" "Just wanted to share some news about Grandma Ruth's house." Dad's fork froze mid-bite. The color drained from his face completely. His hands started trembling. "What about it?" I pulled out the deed slowly, watching his reaction. "Funny thing, it's mine now, all of it, including the rental income you've been stealing." The silence was deafening. You could hear the clock ticking on the wall. Mom's voice cracked like breaking glass. "We were going to tell you." "When?" My voice broke too, but from rage, not guilt. "When were you going to tell me I had a real mom who loved me? When were you going to show me her pictures? When were you going to stop lying about who I am?" Dad tried to stand, his chair scraping against the floor. "Austin, you don't understand the whole situation. I understand perfectly. You saw a grieving widower with a baby and a house, and you found a way to profit from both." My sister Brittany looked between us, tears starting to form. "Wait, Austin's actually not adopted?" "Nope, never was. Just your parents' way of keeping the money in their pockets." Brittany started crying harder. "But that means all those times we got Christmas presents and you didn't. All those family vacations when you stayed home, while I stayed home alone eating canned soup." "Yeah." Mom reached for me desperately. "Austin, please, we can explain everything." I stepped back. Don't touch me. Don't pretend you care now that I found out." I stood up, keys in hand. "You have 30 days to return every penny you stole. My real grandmother made sure of that."